Hello and welcome to a new indie game video. I'm Player State, and today we're taking a look at Hunter's Moon, a Sovereign Syndicate Adventure. This is a deck builder which came out quite recently, maybe a few weeks ago, not 100% sure on the exact date. It's interesting in that it's set within Sovereign Syndicate universe, which, if you know your indie games, you might remember this was a RPG that came out maybe 2 years ago, I think, something like that. It was very dialogue focused. There wasn't a lot of combat in it. It's quite an interesting setting from what I've heard. I've not actually played. It's one of those games that was on the list. It's like, oh, I'd really like to play this, but it kind of like, as more and more games come out, it kind of just gets lost. But yeah, I've played a bit of this already. This deck builder, it does some interesting things that I've not seen in other deck builders before, which I'll take you through as we go in. But yeah, let's jump in. Oh, I just want to say thank you to the developers for giving me a review copy to take a look at. Okay, so it's got this kind of steampunk theme, as you can see, and then this is where you start out with, and you can go on a mission, or there's like these two things here. So I'll just take you through this. So this repair, as you go through missions, you can pick up scrap, or salvage as it's called, and then you can upgrade various things, and this will give you buffs at the start of each run and in various points during the run. So like this one, cargo hold, it adds one consumable slot at the start of each journey. And then all of them have got various other upgrades as well. And then if we go here, you kind of got the same thing but for the characters. I can't select, I think I've only unlocked Molly at the moment, so she's the only one I've got. Molly is kind of a hunter style person. She's got a gun and she has a dog, a pet dog. Pet dog? I don't know. I suppose dog companion, I think that's better. So you can either upgrade her skills or you can upgrade the dog companion. So I've already bought this one, which gives him... No, I haven't bought this one actually, sorry. I've got one to spend, but I was going to save it for something else. I've spent for this one, which is at the start of battle, you and all allies gain 5 evasion, which is... each evasion is 5% to dodge, I think, something like that. But yeah, as you level up, as you play, you will gain experience, which then once you hit the level cap or the level up section, it gives you a one of these, a talent point. There we go. That's what word I was looking for. So yeah, it's kind of got quite a strong progression system because some of this stuff is looks like it's quite powerful. So I think one of these gives... I was not sure it's on this one, but like for instance, this one gives you 10% discount, so I've unlocked that one. So that's quite good. Then you can apply vulnerability to all enemies at the start of battle. So yeah, those are the kind of progression stuff you've got. And then we've got the missions. You can pick an agent. I don't know why he's on it. I can't do it yet. But yeah, we've been playing as Molly, so we'll just continue on as Molly. And then you get... I think you can either go in any of these ones, and then you've got various missions you can do. So you can see I've been playing the Withering Woods, and I've completed 3 missions. I found all the clues about Old Tom, and then I defeat Old Tom. In order to fight the boss, you need to find the clues before you can fight the boss, and you'll see why as we'll go into the game. But yeah, we'll continue playing in the Withering Woods, I think. So yeah, you pick your mission and you head off, and this is where you get some of your loadout bonuses from the upgrades. So grab all bonuses from airships, and then we gain a card, so these are the cards we got. So we got this one's, I've already played quite a bit, so I know this was quite good, so I'm going to take that one.
The wealthy landowners of Thornwood are hosting an exclusive moon party. Rumours of unnatural rites and inhuman guests abound. Infiltrate and uncover their motives.
So you get this kind of quest at the start that you need to take part in. And then you've got this track. So instead of picking a map, which you would normally do in Slay the Spire or any other deck builders from the last couple of years, all time really, you have these cards that you can place out. Now, I've seen this once before in a game called Menace from the Deep, which I've only played the demo for, but it's similar in style. You've got like these, as you can see, there's another, you can see what's underneath. So these will do various things. So for this one, if you play this one, you're going to fight some enemies. If you go to this place, you can obtain a relic or a power. And if you go to here, it's like an encounter. You'll also notice there's these numbers at the top. So this one will is like, say, kind of costs 1, this costs 2, and this costs 1 as well. So what this means is this will increase your Doom level. And as you play these cards, the Doom will go up. Once you hit 15 and go to the next level of Doom, enemies will have 25% more health and 25% and do 25% more damage. The next level after that is 50 and 50, and the level after that, I think it's 75, 75, and then after that, 100, 100. So yeah, you want to... Obviously, this is going to be quite good because you're going to get a powerful relic, but it's going to cost you some Doom. What I've found through playing so far is you don't always want to go for combat early on because your deck, it can be quite weak, and you can face up to like 3 enemies at once. Like I was playing a run yesterday where I got waxed like without even finished my first journey because I just had a couple of combats where I just got completely rinsed. I'm not quite sure whether it's just bad luck or whether it was the balancing might be a bit off. I'm not quite sure, but let's go for an encounter first. The other thing on these encounters, which we might see here, is that when you pick one of these and you find that result, it will tell you what that result is next time. So I've not had this encounter before, guys. This is nice. Like if you like this kind of flavor thing, that's fine, but for me, I'm kind of like, whatever, shush. We'll just go on with it. So one of these has got a requirement, and then there's 3 others that don't. So we could search the cabin, which requires 10 health, and that normally means you will lose 10 health. Sit by the fire, gaze at the moon, or leave the clearing. Let's sit by the fire.
The fire washes away the chills of the woods. Mankind's forebears sought comfort from flames just like these. You depart feeling emboldened.
I got 10 health. I did not need any health. Oh well, never mind. We'll know that for next time. Okay, visit to gain or replace. So another thing I should explain, you get tarot cards. Up here, you've got 3 spots for tarot cards. Obviously, you've got relics like you would expect, but then you've got also these tarot card system. And what these are is it's normally like a plus and a minus. So you're getting something that will help you, but it will also might help enemies. Or like, for instance, I had one which gave me 1 extra mana. It's not called mana in this game, but let's just call it mana for ease's sake. So that means I can play more cards. But it also meant that Doom went up 1 every time I completed a combat encounter. So enemies were getting more powerful, but it allowed me to play more cards. Let's get one of those. We've not got a tarot card yet, so let's go and see if we can get.
A woman sits cross-legged before a small campfire along the roadside.
So this one will either give you a random tarot card, replace all your tarot cards for 50 gold, or gain a random consumable. But I haven't got any tarot cards, so let's see what she's going to give us. Okay, increase your max mana by 1, reduce your max number of consumables to 0. I will take that. I'm not a big consumable guy, so we'll go with that. Okay, I'm not going to fight an elite because I know I'm going to get whooped. We could obtain a powerful relic. I think that let's do that. That's going to help us.
The edge of the woods, you come upon a faded, ivy-choked manor.
Oh yeah, I should explain. We've also got this nerve. If that reaches 0, then you fail. You can spend it in various events like this. A few other things it's used for as well.
He offers sanctuary.
So it's 50 coins for a relic. Let's get a relic. So we've got Hadesmere Spring Water. At the end of the battle, gain 1 consumable. Not worth it because I can't use consumables. Leather Backpack. Whenever you shuffle your deck, draw 1 card. And then illegible ledger. Say that 3 times fast. At the start of battle, add 1 random rare card to your hand. I'm going to take that because we've got extra mana and that could be quite powerful. We could get some cool cards. I do like a bit of randomness as well. Alright, I think we're probably strong enough to fight an enemy now, so let's do that. Okay, so we've got 3 of these dudes. So there's 2 kinds of attacks enemies can do. They can do just standard damage attacks, and then they do these special attacks, which have got kind of this weird all-seeing eye behind them. What that means is that any damage that breaks through armor will then also debuff you. So they're all being... my Hercules is going to cast a debuff. And we're all going to take 8 damage. But I can also draw 3 cards, discard 1, exhaust. I could probably do with a bit more... it's only 8 though. I'm going to see if I can draw another... I can. Pick 1 card from my hand to get rid of. I'll get rid of an attack. Right, then we're going to... Oh yeah, when I press a skill, they use that. Anyway, I'm going to use this bluff, which is discard 1 card, apply 1 vulnerable and 1 weakness to all enemies. So we'll use that. and then we will get rid of, I think, 1 attack. We didn't draw any defends, did we? Okay, well, I'm going to take the defend. Sorry, buddy. And then we're going to play Scattershot to hit everybody. Okay, so he's got bleeding. One thing I found, one of my best runs I've had in this game so far is getting, like, status effects, damage over time effects. That was really powerful. I was putting bleed and then something called static, which is when every time you do damage to somebody that isn't blocked, they gain 1 static. Now when they're not attacking, I get all the defends. They're just trying to debuff me. Right, well, defend. Oh, the other thing to know that is quite different is that your armor degrades by half. It doesn't just disappear. Right, so these are all got the same health, so let's just take you. I should have seen who's attacking. He's attacking him at the back. Alright, well, should have gone with that. Should have followed my buddy. Right, so we've got massive debuffs on our attacks. All attacks again. You also get, each person has a quick draw ability. We're taking a lot. See, this is what I mean about how you can take like a lot of damage quite early. Like, these guys are doing a lot of damage. I'm going to see if I can draw some defends. Right, so we've got 1 defend. He's going to defend himself for 7. So that's 9. So I'm just going to take 6 damage. I think I can live with 6 damage. And then, can we kill anybody? I don't think so. But if we might as well vulnerable everybody because we can only cast 3 of these attacks. So let's just. He's dead. Good. Was he one that was going to attack me? Probably should have looked at that. But these are these. Oh, I could have got him maybe. Should have been a bit more careful on who I was attacking. Oh, he's bleeding. But he's got, like, yeah, he's got regeneration. So that helps. Alright, so he's being hit for 8. So if we shove a couple of defends on you and then just chuck a scatter shot. Oh, it only does 4 though. Well, we just 4 on each. We'll do that. Right, more debuffs. He's got 4 bleed now. We want to finish this because he's taking quite a bit of damage. Right, so we'll put defend on you because you're taking 10 damage. We should be able to kill you. 2 attacks. You're dead. And we're just going to get debuffed instead. And then, what are you doing? You're doing 5 attacks to each of us. Chuck on a couple of defends, and then 1 attack. And he's dead. Victory! What are we getting? Prayer beads. Well, we can't use those. And gain a card. Good dog. Remove 1 debuff and apply 1 regeneration. That's pretty good. Got another bluff. And they've got boomstick. I'm going to take good boy. And then skip the reward because I can't use it. You can see that we're getting experience there. Alright. Let's go for another encounter.
The reek of alcohol and tobacco floods your nostrils as you enter a pub filled with seedy wanderers.
Ask for an ale, ask for lager. I can't drink lager, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be an ale.
The landlord sets a jug on the bar top.
This one's stout, so it's on the ass, he says.
Okay, so I just lost 5 of that and I gained 5 of that, which I didn't need, but never mind. Visit the chapel to restore nerve or reduce doom. I don't think I've seen this one before. Let's do that. I'm going to reduce some doom.
Inside the crumbling stone church, you're confronted by 3
reduce doom by 5 at the cost of 10 vigor. Restore 5 nerve. That's a lot of. I didn't know I was going to have to use my health. Fine, let's do that. So we've got battle with creatures from another world, battle with humans driven mad by the chaos. Let's go with another world because you often only get 2. Yeah, here we only got 2 to deal with. The humanoids can give you a lot more. Ace up my sleeve again. I got that last time. Right, what's happening here? So you're getting quite a lot of attacks. We have 2 defends. Let's draw some cards. And we will discard you. Alright. 2 defends on the dog. Oh, I should have just got rid of Scattershot. And then you're lower health, but yeah, we'll do that because you've already healed up. Not healed up, but got some ammo. Ammo? Armor. Okay, so you're going to hit me for 6. So let's have a defend. Let's play. Oh, these are a bit naff. I'm going to have to draw some more, I think. I've got an attack. Let's put a good dog on you. He's buffed himself. And then we'll play this. Discard the defend. And hit you with the attack. Ugh. Taking a lot of damage. So some of these, if you actually attack them, it reduces the amount of damage they're doing. Because I think they've got like a buff or something. Yeah, because of this here, wind up. Next attack deals additional damage equal to wind up, lost when hit. So we're going to hit everyone with... So I think we'll probably do this first. Let's just get a shot. Now it's reduced the attack. I'm going to need to take 2 of the defends. And that's where we're going to leave it. Thankfully, the attacks didn't get through. Right, he's going to debuff me. So we just send all the attacks into you. You're going to die. My good boy's going to get you. And then I'll take the defend. Ugh, I don't like this. Trauma is quite nasty because you take 3 damage each time you attack. And it doesn't go away. It never decreases. So I'm going to have to take a defend. I'm going to also draw because Scattershot's not the best. So I've taken 3 damage. I'm going to give a good boy. And then I guess I'll take another defend. Can we draw? Yeah, let's use it one more. Just so I can use the bluff. Get rid of any attacks. Take the defend. Because it's going to hit me for free each time. Right. Again, these aren't the best. Take 2 defends. Didn't do much damage. We will need to take a defend, and then 2 attacks should finish you off. There we go. But yeah, you can see what I said about debuffs being quite powerful. Right, gain a card. Pickpocket, gain 15 gold. Beware of the dog. Applies 4 spikes to an ally. Exhaust. High stakes. Incoming attack damage. Oh, sorry. Gain 6 block. Draw 2 cards. And gain 1 vulnerability. Yes, please. I will take that. Okay, so also sometimes when you defeat an enemy, you also get a chance to upgrade a card. It is random, unfortunately, but hey-ho. Sometimes it hits a good card that you want. Right. Visit to scavenge materials. We're at 2 doom. I think we're going to take that. Although I do know it's 100 to get 10 salvage. We're going to be able to gain 5. Or we could get a random relic.
In the window of one of the shacks.
I'm going to take a random relic. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Interesting. A lot of these relics you'll know from like Slay the Spire and stuff like that. They're quite similar. Okay, so I've only got 2 left. I don't think I have the power to beat an elite, so we're just going to have to fight the farmers. Oh, it's not the farmers this time. It's the people who steal. Oh, that's lots of good dogs. And then Scattershot. Right, we need to hit you because you're going to do a lot of damage. 2 more is 14. You're not attacking, are you? No, you're just debuffing. You're going to take 10. So 1 on you, and then another attack on you. Oh, of course I don't lose them anymore, do I? You're buffing your mates. You're attacking me for 10. Let's play... what do we want to do here? I've got 8, 9, 10, so that's enough, so we can get rid of one of the defends. You're dead. Nice. Oh, he stole some of my coins. High stakes. None of these... 2 mana for 6 damage. Oh, wait, no, I can draw cards, can't I? Should have done that. It doesn't matter, I can keep them for the next turn. He's running away. Can we kill him? Let's see. Yes, we can. And let's take a good boy. Nice. Nope, can't use that. Gain a card. Close quarters. Deal 12 damage. Apply 2 weakness. Apply 1 frenzy. Frenzy's pretty good, because it reduces the amount of damage the dog takes. Knee to the gut. Deal 1 damage each time the character attack. Oh, I'm going to take the trauma. Sorry, boy. I'm going to take the trauma. All right, so we finished our first journey. So we just get an encounter. That's all we can play.
The crowd cheers, or screams, impossible to discern which. When for a moment the moon's glow fades, they exchange bewildered glances before the sky flushes scarlet again. You slip away before you can be spotted.
We could walk away, or we could reflect on what you just witnessed. Let's reflect.
Try to make sense of the sky's shifting colours and the mad folk's delirious chorus. Ultimately, you're left with more questions than answers about what just transpired.
Oh, -2 max. Well, that was naff.
The motives for the moon party were merely desperate half-thoughts conjured by the mind-sickening moon. You avoided slipping into madness, along with the party guests.
Yeah, how nice. All right, so we can recuperate, we restore health and gain bonuses from airship upgrades. We can remove a card, so let's do that. I tend to find that getting rid of a damaged card is good. We heal 10.
The farmers north of the forest are complaining about a weird phenomenon. The water from the wells is infused with a ghostly purple glow. These same folks were last seen dancing wildly around a fire, a murderous rage lighting their eyes.
These things are quite good, but I feel like they would be better with something happening in the background, because each story has the same background, and it has those texts on it. Sorry, it just tells you the text of the story. All right, I think I'm going to stop there, because it's a good place to stop, having gone through the first kind of mission. There's 3 in total that you have to go through before you can meet Old Tom. I think that's correct. Anyway, that you have to go through more than one anyway. So yeah, get a good idea of the game there from that first little run. So yeah, Hunter's Moon. I think from playing that and also what I've played previously, it does things that I like. So picking the cards to play as you go along, I think that's a cool idea. And then you've got the Doom at the top, so you've got to kind of be aware of what you are picking. So you can't just go, well, I'm going to go to all the good places that give me stuff, because that's going to give you more Doom than if you go and fight some enemies. And obviously, by fighting enemies, you're going to add cards to your hand. You're also going to be able to upgrade cards. So there's bonuses for doing that as well. So you don't want to avoid fighting people. I will say, though, that there is perhaps a bit too much variance in the battles for me. You didn't see it so much there, although that battle between the 3 guys with the scythes, that was kind of similar to what I've had in the past. But sometimes they can just, like, if they were all attacking, they're all attacking twice with 5 each time, and that can quickly chunk you down when your defends are like, was it 6 or 7 for each defend, and you might only get 1 or 2, you might not even get any. And even when you use the skill to draw some more, you might not get any. So you've lost like 20 health in a blink of an eye, and there isn't a huge amount of healing. You can heal between chapters, but there isn't. I haven't seen a lot of skills that can allow you to heal and to gain health back. So one run I had, I took 2 battles in a row, and I lost a lot of health. I was down to like 10 or 13 health by the time I'd gone through 2 battles, and that's instantly kind of kiboshed your run before it's got started. Maybe it was on me for picking 2 battles in a row, but it felt like there was more variance than I would have liked in terms of kind of those battles and what it spits out. But other than that, I like the progression. It's clearly one of those deck building roguelikes where you will learn as you play. It's not really designed to just be beaten in your in your first sitting, or like it's not possible to beat. It's probably not possible to beat in its first sitting. Some people don't like the fact, because you've got this progression system now, that you need to get more powerful in order to be able to beat the game. I think there is a fine line you can walk between that, and I don't mind a progression system, and I do like this progression system in this game, and it does feel like the progression is impactful. It gives you a good amount of kind of like the stuff pushes you forwards, like gives you good bonuses. And obviously with a progression system, you're also doesn't feel as bad if you are on the end of so I was on an end of a poor run one time, but I at least got some experience, and I could put that in towards getting a talent point, and that could help me in the future runs. So there is that if you do get a bit unlucky. So yeah, all in all, I think it's a pretty decent roguelike. Does some good stuff, does some interesting stuff that hasn't been in other deck builders. So if it looks like your kind of thing, I'll put a link in the description below. It's currently £16.75 in the UK, and that's $19.99 if you're in the US. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Really helps me out. Appreciate anyone who takes time out to do that. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.